welcome Liz.
Hi. Hello, hello. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it feels, there's something about like standing in front of a bunch of people and feeling that vulnerable feeling, you know, and I think that plays a role in just mental wellness in general. Like, how is it when you stand up in front of people and then like you feel all the feelings in your body and they just tingle? Raise your hand if you've been there and you felt that before. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So you kind of understand and get an idea of it. So I'm Liz. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for having me. And I'm a survivor of suicide. So, and the reason I got there was because of my boyfriend at the time. I was 24 years old. It was in 2010, so it was 15 years ago. But he died. And that experience of loss hit me so hard, so deep, right? Raise your hand if you've experienced a really deep loss that you're like still processing, like family, friends, a loved one, right? So it's like if you haven't yet, that's part of life, right? That we're going to experience loss in our life. So I experienced this deep loss and I went into a deep depression. And it just hit me, man. It feels like that weight of the world where you're just laying in bed and you don't want to get up and you question everything. Like, why did he leave me behind? I want to go with him, right? So I started researching death because I wanted to know where I would be going. Whew, gotta shake it out, right? Because it's like feeling that in my body. And I'm just being really present with myself right now as I'm sharing this, right? And I really encourage you guys, as your emotions move through you, to stay an open channel and like be really present with it. Because what do most people do? They distract themselves with alcohol or drugs or some other kind of addiction, right? And so it's like I'm showing you in the present moment what it feels like to be present with the emotion that's moving through me, right? This happened 15 years ago. But I'm still feeling that grief. I'm still feeling what it feels like in that moment of like having that sensation and feeling that way of, you know, questioning my own life. So I started researching death and I read a whole bunch of books about near-death experiences. Has anyone read any books about near-death experiences before? Okay, so every book that I read about that, they said that it's just a transition and I can still have a relationship with my boyfriend, Michael, that passed away, that transitioned. And instead of finding the courage to jump, I found the courage to keep living. And now I'm standing here today in front of all of you and I'm alive and I'm thriving. I'm like, it shifted my perspective that loss is just going to happen, right? I'm going to experience loss and maybe it's like I lose something and I need to find it, right? Or an actual loss in the sense of Michael dying. And now I am living in a converted school bus. And I travel. I named my bus Gratitude. You might have seen it around town because I drive it around town. So if you see it around town, it's on the back it says honk if you're happy. So I hope that you give me a little honk if you see me there. Now I am a spiritual grief guide, right? I've been doing yoga and meditation, and that's what helped me like recognize the bigger picture of, it's not just about, you know, moving in that like day to day and all of our responsibilities, but it's like, what can I do every day to take care of myself, to take care of my mind, right? And so I've been meditating. I do a Vedic meditation, and we use bija mantras, which is basically seed sounds. Like you may have heard a sound like Om or Shanti. Has anyone raised your hand if you've ever done yoga? Okay, a little bit in the back, right? What about meditation? Okay, a little bit meditation. All right, so actually all of you have done meditation, because meditation is actually focusing your mind, right? So I'm sure you've been walking somewhere, and then you you're at your destination and you're like, whoa, how did I get here? Sometimes it's like when you're driving and there's this period of just like a void, like you've checked out, like you've experienced this like peace and calm, right? And so that's meditation. So if you're in a flow state, right? If you are doing something you love, right? Or if you're in like a writing and does anyone journal? Anyone journal here? All right, you guys got some fun tools to practice to just help support you in your own mental wellness. Journaling, yoga, meditation. So these are all tools that I teach as a spiritual grief guide to help others navigate their emotions, process loss, right? And give themselves permission to live in the present moment, right? So much of the time we are thinking about the past or thinking about the future. So it's like meditation and becoming that observer. Hello. It helps you live in the present moment, right? So that's an option that you guys have. I created this mental wellness bingo. Anyone like bingo? Raise your hand if you like games. Okay, got a couple of you. Perfect. Thanks. I'm all about playing games. I'm like, from my experience of loss and transcending grief into joy, I'm more like, life is meant to be enjoyed, right? Let's play some games. Life doesn't have to be so serious, right? And even if we're experiencing loss and the heaviness of, you know, all the things that, all of our responsibilities, all of the pressure that we have, right? It's like, that's heavy. It's like the backpacks you carry around, right? When you get home, don't you put your backpack down? And don't you don't carry your backpack around to like all the time. You don't sleep with your backpack on, right? And so it's like that metaphor of the heaviness of all of your responsibilities and all of your pressure, put it down. When you need to, handle some responsibility, handle it. Find the solution. But then once the solution's done, you can put the backpack down and play. And allow yourselves to take a deep breath. So let's all do that, okay? Will you guys play a game with me and just take a nice deep breath and sigh it out like this? Come on. Let me hear some sound, you guys. You guys are too quiet, right? Okay.
It's my struggle every day.
All right, come on. Actually, can I have them stand up?
I don't know if they will.
You guys, come on. Will you guys stand up with me? Just stand up next to your desk. Thank you. It's optional, but I highly encourage it. Stand up. Everyone stand up. Come on. You guys on the floor, stand up. Yeah. And shake out your hands. Shake out your hands. Shake them out, right? And good. Roll out your shoulders. Okay? And then you guys try and wait, quiet. Yes, thank you. So I want you to get present with your own body, right? So roll out your shoulders. Can you do a jump? Jump. Just jump in place. Jump in place. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. Softness in your body. Okay, and then go ahead and sit back down. Do you see how the whole room shifts? Right? The whole room shifts. There's an opportunity to get in the present moment, get a little weird, do something unfamiliar or unusual. No one else is doing it, right? That's vulnerability. So it's like when you feel that, like bouncing and moving your hands and wiggling, you have two hemispheres in your brain. Raise your hand if you know anything about your brain. Everyone touch your head. You got a right hemisphere and a left hemisphere. Okay? So with these two hemispheres, they actually communicate to each other through something, a little bridge in the brain. It's called the corpus callosum, right? And raise your hand if you've heard of fight or flight. Okay, fight or flight, right? That means like there's a threat and you need to protect yourself. There's a threat, something where you need to defend yourself. Sometimes it's verbal defense, right? Like you're feeling attacked, you need to verbally defend yourself. Raise your hand if you know about rest, digest, rest and repair. Oh my gosh, so this is my favorite thing ever, is to inform people that you actually have two modes of your nervous system. So there's the fight or flight if you're feeling threatened, but when you're not feeling threatened, like right now, you're not feeling threatened, right? There's a part where you switch into what's called the parasympathetic state. And this is your rest and repair mode on a cellular level, right? The brain literally communicates with your body and it tells you you're safe and the body can relax. Okay, so that's what like bouncing and getting wiggly, you're in your parasympathetic rest and repair state on a cellular level. You can choose to be like, am I threatened right now? Oh no, I'm not threatened right now. Like I can switch into my rest and repair state. How do I do that? What's the fastest way to get into your parasympathetic state? Is you take a deep breath and you sigh it out and you vibrate your voice box. So see if you can do it again. Come on, deep breath. Ah. Yes, that's it, right? Singing. Humming, chanting, anyone who likes to sing, right? It actually activates your vagus nerve, which runs from the back of your ears down your, hold on you guys, I'm not done. It runs from the back of your ears down your throat into your body, and it helps you feel relaxed and softened. So this mental wellness bingo, there's a whole bunch. So if you want one, you can come grab one, okay, when I'm done here. Mental wellness bingo, it's like when we forget, when we're in that fight or flight mode, and we forget, and we're feeling threatened, and then it's like we're overwhelmed or we're just like so in a confused state, you go to this and be like, okay, what's something I can do to switch into my parasympathetic state, right? 5-minute free write journal, sunbathe outside, go for a walk, chant affirming mantras or humming, right, or singing. Give someone a 10-second hug, right? That releases oxytocin in your body and helps you feel like really good, right? Natural hormones. Right here it says tap your head, heart, and gut brains. So it's like this is your head brain to pay attention, and this is your heart brain, wisdom of the heart. Remember this by heart. I'm relaxed. I'm safe right now. And then your gut brain is about, help me digest this experience that I'm having. Let me process all my emotions, absorb the wisdom, and then I'm going to poop out the rest. Okay? Oh, nice. If you want one of these, come get it. And in the center has a QR code. So I do a free parasympathetic yoga class every Mindful Monday. It's at 7:30 p.m. California time. And I'd love for you to join me. It's a free class, but it's an opportunity for you to switch into your parasympathetic state, right? It starts the beginning of the week. And then if you're on Instagram, you can also find me there and follow me there. I also do every second and fourth Thursday of each month, I do what is called a mental wellness play shop. So it's actually, there's one tonight, Thursday at 6 p.m. tonight. And again, this play shop is about putting down the weight of the world on our shoulders and giving ourselves permission to be in our bodies, live in the present moment, help us navigate whatever emotions are moving through us, whatever like challenging pressure experiences that we're having in our lives, and give ourselves permission to get weird and be silly, right? Because life is meant to be enjoyed, right? Raise your hand if you agree that life is meant to be enjoyed. Okay, great. Okay, most of you. Excellent. Thank you guys for having me and just allowing me to share my heart and my message and my story. It means a lot to me. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? Somebody's got a question. All right, so if you don't have a question, I'm going to teach you something else. So let's hear it. Here is how to have a brain huddle on here, okay? So how to have a brain huddle. This is something that I teach. It's called the 4 characters of your brain. If you want to know about it, then I will reach out to me and I'll share it with you. I have a video about it on my YouTube channel. And how to have a brain huddle. It's like when there's conflict, your ability to pause and be like, hold on, before I react or say something I might regret, let me take a pause, let me take a deep breath, let me switch into my parasympathetic state and then handle this and find a solution for it. Okay, so that's how to have a brain huddle. So this mental wellness bingo is my gift to you. I hope you enjoy that, and I really would love for you to share it with someone who you think might need it too, okay? So at that, I am complete. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to connect with you if you feel called, if it resonates, okay? Thank you.